welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Glenny, and today we're going to be trying out a different game. It is technically a demo. It's called Peachleaf Valley, The Seeds of Love. It is a farming inspired Otome game. I actually randomly stumbled upon this game on Steam one day. I was looking to see what was on sale and what was up and coming that I wanted to add on my wish list, and then this kind of just popped up and I was like, I have to try it. It's so cute. I fell in love instantly when I looked through the screenshots with the little mini trailer that it provided. And not only that, the indie developers slash publishers called the Gretuski Studios. They're women-founded, women-based. So I wanted to give this a try. They do have a different Otome game out and another one coming out soon, including this one. This one is a demo. But yeah, I wanted to kind of try it out, see how that goes. But enough of me rambling, let's get into it. So, how cute is the little menu already? Like, I am completely in love with it. It's so cute. Because this is just a demo, I'm not exactly sure how long or how far into the game I can actually play. So let's try this out. Okay. New game. What is my name? Oh, I can erase it. Okay. I'm gonna name myself Glenny because that's my name. Yes. Oh my god, that cursor is Prologue. So, I close my eyes to old ends and open my heart to new beginnings. Nick Fredrickson. I think this is a good way to segue into the new year, don't you think? Okay. I swallow a lump forming in my throat as my boss slowly brings his gaze up to meet mine.
You're fired!
Oh. He said you're fired. I guess I'm fired. What? If this is the type of work you deem worthy enough to submit to us after such a lenient deadline, then I honestly don't have much else to say to you. But boss, wait, I can resubmit a new draft or make any changes necessary. But what exactly is wrong with the current proposal? I thought that
everything!
Oh my god. I don't know why that scared me. I can't help but gulp as my boss narrows his eyes at me, slamming his hands on my desk. I watch as he coldly taps on my art proposal before clearing his throat. This is not the level nor quality of work we expected when we hired you as lead artist for this project, Miss Glenn. The urgency in my voice pitches my volume higher, and I can't help but tense up in my chair. It isn't like that at all. I was beyond overjoyed and truly honored to be chosen for this project. And I admit perhaps my art's quality has not been the highest as of late, but I can change that. Please allow me to resubmit a new... No, this is not something to be discussed. This boss is rude. I wouldn't want him as my boss. Desperation rises in my chest as I feel panic settle into my stomach, and I unconsciously stand up and bow my head. Sir, please, I'm begging you. I cannot afford to lose this position right now. The reason I haven't been able to concentrate is because I'm in the process of getting evicted. My apartment complex suddenly announced their demolition plans, and I've been swamped attempting to find a new place and finish this proposal, but I swear to you,
Tell me, why is it that your excuses are always more creative than your art pieces?
This guy is so mean. My heart feels like it's stopped in my chest as I stare at a piece of ice-cold ice staring back at me. For a moment, I feel like a deer peering into the bright, fast-approaching headlights, seconds from a tragic fate. I can only watch my boss open his mouth once again, grabbing my proposal in the process.
Perhaps you should have become a writer instead, if you're so good at coming up with stories.
Oh my god. I don't like him.
However...
We need an artist, not a writer. One that can deliver work, not excuses. I can feel my blood run cold as I watch my boss slowly grab at my art proposal. The very same proposal I had stayed up working day and night on for the last several weeks. The very same one just a few hours ago I was so proud of.
Your proposal was... garbage. For lack of a better word.
Damn. That hurt. I hope you will come to realize that as an artist, he narrows his eyes as he opens the cover of my proposal one last time before looking back up at me. And throwing it in the trash? Damn. You are an easily replaceable asset in such a competitive industry. Wow, this guy is really mean. If you're going to spend more time fabricating excuses rather than meeting a client's minimal expectations, then perhaps you should have considered a different career choice.
You're not an artist. You're an amateur.
I feel hurt. I feel so hurt right now, and I know this is fictional, but this guy is really mean. And this company is not looking to employ amateurs. We're looking to employ professionals. One that you have already been replaced with. Okay. A little harsh beginning. But I hope it gets better. I can't help but rub my temples as what feels like the heaviest, longest sigh of my life escapes me. I watch as all sorts of people stream like ants throughout the city streets, each with their own destinations in mind. Eventually, I can't do much else and opt to stare into a lukewarm cup of coffee in front of me. I love coffee. Fired and getting called garbage right into your face, huh? Definitely not how I expected my weekend to start. My heart feels heavy as I look up from my drink to gaze out at a clear blue sky that seems to stretch on forever amidst towering skyscrapers. And to think how beautiful a day it is today. It almost feels like the world's mocking me somehow. Sigh. My attention is diverted when I hear a sound of a child laughing. My eyes trail over to a young boy tugging his mother's arm with one hand and clutching a small sketchbook in another as a pair sit down at the table near my own. He opens the sketchbook, flipping to a page of a specific drawing before suddenly jumping up on the chair. The mother laughs as she watches her son strike the same pose as the crayon-colored character before her. Oh, this is Thunderman. I drew him during recess when everyone else was outside. Ha ha ha. Why, he's so handsome. Look at all these details. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Munchkin. You're getting so good at drawing. Hee hee. Thanks, Mommy. When I grow up, I want to become an artist and draw my own superheroes. Oh, you're going to be a great artist, sweetie. I just know it. You're already so talented and you work so hard. What else could you need? I feel my grip on my coffee cup tighten as I watch the meeting child show his mom more and more sketches in his notebook. The sparkled look of joy, hope, and happiness that beams in his eyes. It's one I remembered well. I can't help but swallow the forming lump in my throat as I grab my drink and slam it into a nearby trash can. As I walk away from the tables, I shake my head sadly as the mother and son's laughter echoes in my ears and my heart. Oh my god, this is so sad already now. Don't be stupid, kid. As much as we all want it to be that way, the truth is hard work doesn't guarantee anything in the real world. The only thing it'll earn you is realizing how stupid those dreams of yours once were. For your sake, I hope along the path of life you find something else that can make you smile like that. Because art just isn't worth it. Take it from me. First it was like all harsh and now it's really sad. Without uttering a word, I quickly walk away to escape watching a shadow of what I once used to be too. A shadow of a happy, dreaming kid who loved what she did more than anything. The shadow of a person who doesn't exist anymore. That's sad. My feet carry me down familiar city streets as the evening sun begins to set and golden hues illuminate the sky. Oh. But before I have a moment to take in the uplifting sight, an email notification from my phone commands my attention. Dear Miss Glenny, this is an urgent reminder. Please be aware that you have 3 days to vacate the premise at 302 New Street Lane. The demolition of the complex will begin Monday morning at sunrise. All tenants and belongings must be removed by then. And all belongings that still remain in the property by next Monday will be considered garbage and thrown away. Please act accordingly. So, I guess I'm getting kicked out because they're going to tear down the building. But wouldn't they, compensate people for doing that? Or, I don't know how it really works. But I know this is fictional, so. Monday? What? That's impossible. I gawk at my phone as I stop to read the full email, earning a few strange glances from other passers-by. My heart races in my chest as I frantically dial my landlord's number. After a few moments, a voice picks up.
Hello, this is Frank speaking.
Yeah, wow. That was so cute. Frank, this is Gunny from apartment 302. I just got an email from the complex saying that the demolition begins on Monday morning. How is that possible when barely a week ago you told me I had another month to move?
Oh, yeah, about that. Sorry for the confusion, but there's been a, slight change in the plans.
So wouldn't that mean I would be entitled to some sort of compensation? Because this landlord kind of messed me over. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, you see, the company that bought the complex wants to start building a water park on it ASAP. And while the original agreement said a month...
The CEO called me yesterday and offered me $500,000 to start next week. Can you believe it?
That's a lot of money. I want some of that money. What?
I know! Ain't that something? So, yeah, you gotta get out of there.
Why are people so mean? Frank, are you crazy? How am I supposed to find a place to live and move into in 3 days? It's Friday.
Yeah, I understand and all that, but money talks, baby.
Damn. People like that IRL too. Sorry about the short notice, but I'll need you out pronto. But Frank...
Oh, got another call coming in. Ain't much more to discuss, sweetheart. Deal's a deal.
He, pretty much messed over a lot of people in this building, if that's the case. By Monday morning, I need you out of there. No ifs and or buts. I scream out in frustration as the call drops and I can only gawk into my phone. By Monday? Where the hell am I supposed to go? I just got laid off, for God's sake. Taking notice of the passing strangers and nearby security guards shooting me curious glances, I feel my cheeks flush red in embarrassment. I clear my throat as I continue walking forward. If this happened to me in real life, I would probably cry. I need to calm down or I'm going to risk getting arrested at this point, too. But hell, at least I'll have a rent-free place to stay by Monday. What was that? That was scary. As I attempt to calm myself by heaving a few deep breaths, my stomach lets out a disturbed growl. I rub my belly as I glance at the time. Oh, I need to top it off, I haven't been eating properly trying to meet that stupid deadline. What was it even for in the first place? Maybe I should grab some fast food, go home, and try to plan out exactly how I'm going to survive the next 72 hours. Jesus! As I barely take a step forward, a speeding car honks angrily at me, causing me to quickly tumble backwards in an attempt to dodge it. I feel like this girl, or me, in this game, just a series of unfortunate events. An angry looking man lowers down his window as he flashes me the finger. Oh, that's rude.
Hey, what the hell? Watch where you're going, lady!
That's my line, you jerk. Where'd you learn to drive? I can't help but let out a shaky breath as I watch the driver flip me off again before angrily taking off. I look down to catch the sight of myself on the floor, now with a few bleeding scratches adorning my hands and knees. I glance up to see people passing by left and right, but no one bothered. Oh, that is so sad. This is such a sad and harsh beginning. Not so much as even spare me a glance. As I look up at the looming buildings on both sides of me, I can't tell what suddenly feels colder. The concrete of the floor or the hearts of the people in the city. I felt that. So sad. I let out what feels like a millionth sigh of the day as I wrap my arms around my frame from the chilly night air that's begun to settle in. As my apartment complex finally comes into view, I can't help but stop in place. Home sweet home, huh? Well, not for much longer anyways. As I reach for my keys, I catch a sight of a wooden sign that seems oddly out of place resting against the street light next to me. Semi-annual farmers market, last sunrise to sundown, today only. I raise an eyebrow in the direction of the sign points as I tilt my head towards the entrance of a nearby park. Farmers market? I actually do love farmers markets. I didn't even know those happened in this kind of city, but maybe they'll have something cheap and good that I can grab for lunch tomorrow. Just about anything's better than this nasty burger I had for dinner. Ugh. With newfound interest, I decided to make my way towards the park. As I walk into the park, the realization of what time it is hits me as I watch people finish moving large tents and baskets into trucks. Damn, I missed it. I didn't realize how late it already gotten. That sign was probably put up way earlier today, huh? Sigh, yay, more expired ramen for lunch it is. What a menu. Damn. Deciding to at least walk off 90% grease, 10% burger, I grab for dinner. I stroll down the venue and spot various folks still packing. The rustic and humble looking stalls of fruits and vegetables being sold grab my attention, but what intrigues me more is the people packing them. I watch as these vendors, most of whom are dressed in simple, worn clothes and mismatching colors, laugh and joke amongst each other. Many are covered in sweat and dirt from a hard day's work, but the look on their faces is what really captures my attention. Why do they look so happy? Despite the visible awareness of the day, almost every face I can spot is graced by an expression of utmost joy. As they chat amongst each other and continue packing, one would assume that perhaps they had the best sales day of their life. But the many carts of unsold fruits and vegetables in the back of several trucks dictates otherwise. They seem so genuinely happy, and I can't help but feel a little jealous. As I smile sadly and continue walking forward, I almost near I almost near the end along street. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, a big sign decorated with vibrant flowers catches my attention. Help wanted, various positions open at Peachleaf Valley. Hey, that's where I'm gonna end up going. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. I find my eyes transfixed on the words written before me. For some reason, I can't help but read the sign over and over again, almost as if waiting for the words to sink into me. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. I can only blink blankly as I mumbled the line out loud, but the sudden sound of approaching footsteps distracted me. I turned to look into the face of a short, old man with a funny-looking mustache. The man shoots me a kind smile as he places a small crate of flowers down next to him before motioning towards the sign.
Evening there, missy. I'm afraid you're a bit late for the market.
Aw, so cute.
Seems you might have missed all the good deals, but, well, are you interested in hearing more about the valley by chance?
As if his question snaps me back into reality, I find myself instinctively shaking my head as I step back. Oh no, sorry. I was just taking a look. I'll be going now.
Is that so? Well, all right then.
Have yourself a good night, young lady. Oh, and here. I can't help but blink twice as the old man holds up a pretty flower to my face, the same type as the ones filling the crates next to him. I'm sorry, I don't really have any money on me and...
Now.
Gifts aren't meant to be paid for, you know? At his warm words and cheerful expression, I can't help but smile shyly as I take the vibrant, blooming flower from his hand. Thank you, it's very beautiful. Ain't it? Now go on and make sure you take an extra blanket to bed with ya. It's getting awfully chilly these nights around here.
Wouldn't want you catching the sniffles for fun.
Oh, he's so adorable. I nod my head as he shoots me a wave before turning around to continue loading more crates into the back of a small truck. As I turn around and continue to stroll forward, an appreciative smile forms on my lips. I bring the flower to my nose. A sweet, gentle scent fills my senses, and I can't help feel my smile grow. You know, that's probably the nicest conversation I've had in weeks. I secretly glance back at the old man as he waves over at another vendor while beaming a giant smile. The sign that I was previously so fixated on seems to glow as a beam of moonlight reflects off it. I look down at the small flower in my hand as I twirl it. Hey, I'll just leave everything behind and start a brand new life in a little valley town, huh? Even just thinking about it seems so crazy. Almost like it's not even real. I just can't even imagine it. My pace eventually slows down as I stop completely. A few moments pass before I hesitantly turn around to look at the sign again. No, it's beyond crazy. It's more like impossible, even more for someone like me who's never left the city before. I mean, come on, let's be real. I wouldn't last a day without proper Wi-Fi. I'd probably go insane or something. True. My thoughts oppose my actions as I find myself standing once again in front of the sign. So why? As I reach out a hand to touch the words in front of me, I can't help but feel tears begin to prickle in my eyes. As I trace the words, fresh new start, with my finger, I can feel my throat tighten. So why does something so ridiculous, so absolutely absurd, just sound like a dream to me right now? Why does a small act of kindness from a stranger have me feeling like this? All at once, it feels as if the weight of it all has finally caught up to me. I feel a lump form in my throat as I desperately try to swallow the forming emotions inside of me. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. It seems like nothing ever goes the way I hoped it will, and I don't really know what to do anymore. Somehow it feels like everything I do is hopeless. I let out a shaky breath as I hear a pair of slow footsteps approach me. I don't even attempt to hide the tears welling in my eyes as I slowly look up to see the old man's face from before. He shoots me a warm, sympathetic smile as he points to the flower in my hand.
You know, where I'm from, that flower there is usually given to people who leave on a journey.
Oh, that's cute. It's a way to hope for prosperous new beginnings wherever they might find themselves.
Some might lose their way, but
the flower is meant to remind them that no matter where along the path of life they might be,
they can always start again.
Oh, this is so cute. As I stare into the old man's eyes, I can't help but smile for only the second time today. His words resonate deeply within my heart. I gaze into the beautiful petals of the flower in my hand, and for a second, it almost feels like they themselves are cheering me on. I feel a gentle hand place itself on my shoulder as I look up once again.
What's your name, Missy?
Missy? It's Bunny.
A fine name at that.
Thanks.
Now then, tell me, are you interested in hearing more about the valley? It's never too late to start a brand new adventure, ain't it?
So cute. I chuckle as I wipe a few more stray tears from my eyes and nod my head resolutely. I am interested. Could you tell me more? Am I going to the valley now? It's incredible how the decisions that have the power to change your lives completely seem to happen in the blink of an eye. Damn, that is powerful. Very true. And from those very decisions, the seeds of our futures sprout and bloom into the very life set out before us.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the valley.
Oh, we're here.
Is what I'd originally say, but...
Unfortunately, our destination lies just beyond this here trail of tricks, as I call it. I climb out of the passenger seat of Earl's truck as I look into a dense, steep mountain trail. Trail of tricks?
Yep, this one's a bugger.
For folks heading up into the valley, it gets real slippery due to the rain this time of year. However, for those crossing by foot, there's a short little forest path right through there that'll get you to the other side in less time than you can say moo. Will we be going by foot the rest of the way then? As much as I enjoy nature, I hate to leave my truck here to it, especially filled with all my flowers and veggies that's still on board.
Here's what we'll do.
You go on ahead through the path by foot, and I'll meet you out on the other side once I get this darn truck over this trail here. Yes. Sound all right? But are you sure you can get the truck up there by yourself, Earl? Earl lets out a roaring laugh as he places his hands on his small, thin waist before patting the back of his truck.
Oh, you bet!
Me and old Bessie here have been together for a lot tougher than this, I'll tell you that. It just gets to be real bumpy ride there, and I'd hate for you to get all green and goobery on me. Besides, gets you warmed up for walking. You'll be doing lots of that where we're going. I can't help but chuckle at Earl's positive demeanor shines through my worries. Where's all my stuff? Did I bring it with me by any chance, or am I just like visiting the valley and just leaving all my stuff behind? I wonder. I nod my head and grab a small bag as I head towards the opening of the forest path he pointed out. Well then, I'll take your word for it. I'll head on through and see you in a bit.
It'll be a darn jiffy.
Make sure you stay on the path now, yeah, here? Can't be losing in the forest on your move-in day. You see, I wouldn't know what to do with all your pink there's my answer. They don't match my eyes one bit. Earl earns another laugh out of me as we wave to each other before I walk through a small open path between several bushes. As I walk through the dense shrubbery, I can make out a visible path heading towards an opening not too far away. I clutch my bag closer as I begin my trek while panning my head around to take in the sights. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this much green before in my life. Even the air feels so different here. It feels so fresh. I walk forward a few more steps as I take in the emerald scenery around me. Trees, plants, and flowers, some the likes I've never seen before, all seem to quietly bloom in place. I can hear the sound of leaves. I don't know why I said waves. I can hear the sound of leaves rustling in the wind as an incredibly calming sensation seems to reverberate through the entire area. Reverberate. This place feels so soothing, almost like it's... My inner monologue is interrupted as I unexpectedly bump into something soft. I bring my gaze forward, only to stare into the greenest pair of eyes I've ever seen. Is this gonna be my first love interest? What? Surprised by my sudden proximity of a stranger peering into my face, I quickly step back, only to misstep and fall ungracefully onto my butt. Oh, he's cute. He looks like an elf. I mean, like, the outfit and everything. As I mutter a small groan, I look up to see the stranger chuckling softly to himself. Green hair, and what's with his clothes? The stranger extends a hand to me with a warm, silent smile. I eye it for a few moments before choosing to accept his help. With a strange amount of ease, the stranger helps me back up to my feet as I shyly gaze up at him. Despite his strange looks, he boasts a beautiful, almost ethereal visage. Ethereal? And somehow, it's as if just standing near him makes me feel incredibly calm. I can't help but catch myself staring as I quickly clear my throat. I'm sorry for bumping into you. I probably should have been watching where I was going. The stranger tilts his head as he shoots me another warm, silent smile. My eyes instinctively widen as he suddenly reaches towards the side of my face before slowly pulling out a 4-leaf clover from thin air. He is kind of like magician, elf, magic type person. Huh? A clover? Was it stuck in my hair or something? I tense up as the stranger gently grabs my hand and places it in the center of my palm without a word. I can't help but stare at the small clover for a few seconds before clearing my throat and looking back up. Thank you for the help. These usually represent good luck, don't they? The stranger nods at me while flashing me a silent smile, and this time I can't help but flash one of my own. So, are you from around here? What's your name?
Hey, kiddo! You over here yet?
Earl. I turn towards the opening of the path as the sound of Earl's voice booms through the quiet forest. Several leaves seem to rustle as a few woodland creatures scatter about, rushing back into the trees. Just as I turn around again to face the stranger, I find the spot he stood in just a second ago to be completely empty. Ooh, mysterious. Where'd he go?
Can you hear me? Don't tell me you actually got lost in there.
No, I'll be right there. My eyes dart around the dense greenery around me in a last-ditch attempt to spot any signs of the young stranger, but to no avail. He's gone, as if he vanished into thin air. And in the place he stood just mere seconds ago, small flowers now seem to be blooming. He is like an elf or something, like a forest fairy thing. I shake my head of any strange thoughts as I focus my attention back towards Earl's voice and head to the end of the trail. My breath hitches as I stare out the magical view that lies before me. It is a nice place. I would definitely live here and not in the city, but I would live here with Wi-Fi. Whoa! That's exactly how I would react to. Rolling hills, all covered in blooming flowers, seem to stretch on forever as they all meet the silhouette of a distant town. From this elevation, I marvel as both snowy, looming mountains and sparkling ocean also meet near the town to create a breathtaking display of nature. I can't help but break out into a genuine laugh as a slight breeze picks up, and it seems as if all the flowers begin to dance in the wind around me.
This here's my favorite part of the whole trip.
I look over to see Earl and his truck now parked beside me as he looks out over the view with a tender, loving smile. He's like a little grandpa. I love it.
Welcome to Peachleaf Valley.
Cute.